Welcome, everyone. Let me start by acknowledging the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Musqueam, and Coquitlam peoples on whose territories we are so privileged to be gathered this afternoon. I would like to invite Ms. Natalie Elatrush, Ms. Serena Lee, Mr. Ming Shren Chung, and Mr. Jason Spence, members of our very own SFU choir, to lead us all in singing O Canada. Please be seated. I declare the Spring 2018 Convocation assembled for the granting of degrees. Mr. President, members of the Board of Governors and Senate, faculty, honored guests, graduands, and friends, I am Anne Giardini, the Chancellor of Simon Fraser University. We are delighted and honored to have you with us today for Convocation. In attendance this afternoon are a number of distinguished guests in the audience and on the platform, including members of Senate, vice presidents, deans, and faculty members. I'd like to also acknowledge Mr. Thomas Budd, member of the SFU Board of Governors, and our SFU alumni, legacy, parents, and families. Welcome to all of you. And thank you for your patience with the construction we have going on campus at the moment. We have, as you can see, several exciting projects underway. Behind the platform, on my left, soon there will be an SFU Student Society's new student union building, which will be entirely devoted to students, with lounges, study areas, meeting rooms, and recreational facilities. And directly behind me is the public Plaza Renewal project, which will improve accessibility and create more gathering spaces as the university renews some of our aging infrastructure. Now, Convocation is a time when we somehow manage to turn our gaze in two directions at once. We look back with a sense of success and completion concerning all that you have accomplished in your years at SFU. And we look ahead at the same time with hopes and expectations for all that you will do in the days to come. Right now, we are gathered at a place and at a moment when transformation occurs. The ancient Romans recognized an odd and distinctive deity, the two-faced god Janus. He was believed to have authority over beginnings and endings, gates and passageways, and transitions from one place to another, and over what we call liminal or threshold spaces. One of his two profiles looks ahead to the time to come, while the other directs his gaze into the past. Janus's name is easy to remember, by the way. He's the origin of our modern world janitor, because he was seen as someone who keeps the disorder of the world at bay and order within. Likely you have behind you classes, papers, hard work, deep thought, quizzes, shared activities, lonely study, contemplation, conversations, days of panic and doubt, and days of exploration and joy. Don't let anyone tell you that this part of your life has not been real life. Your years as a student are as tangible and as human and as leafy with meaning as any you will experience in the time ahead. You are headed outward now, across this SFU threshold into a hurried and busy world. Most of you will find your way into work, into careers. You have great potential, and among you a vast array of plans. You will work, maintain relationships, volunteer, continue to learn, I hope, stay on top of current events, make or listen to music, invent, stay fit, perhaps raise families, and certainly make a difference. Because you are or about to become SFU grads, I have every confidence that you will flourish in the days ahead. You will be innovative, you will be attentive, you will be creative. You will find time to consider how this world might be changed for the better. You might well do something yourself, large or small, that will help to bring about much needed change. In a rushed and hectic world, you may worry whether there will be enough time to accomplish all you intend to do. I am happy to assure you that the time ahead is abundant. The days are long. The hours are many. I hope that you enjoy the time to come and experience it as profuse, rather than worry about it running away from you. English, our shared language, is marvelous in many ways, but it's limited in how we frame and understand the idea of time. The Greeks, for example, had at least two words for time, chronos and kairos. Chronos, which we can hear in words that we use, such as chronological and anachronism, refers to the measured seconds and hours of a clock time. Kairos is a very different concept, referring to significant moments instead of measurable utilitarian time. Kairos is an enveloping instant, such as the one in which we find ourselves right now. It is the right, the promising, the auspicious pause in time. The Greeks weren't alone in distinguishing between various aspects of time. The Egyptians, for example, had a word that meant time as it rushed onward, and another for the idea of time everlasting. The earliest way to track time was by following the arc of the sun, but the first automated measure of time made use of water that dripped from or seeped into a bowl. It feels to me as if these early ways to measure time got time right. The best and most productive time for most of us is when we find ourselves like water in a state of flow, when each event and tasks feel as if it's leading somehow in a way that feels inevitable to the next. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman put it this way in his book, Thinking Fast and Slow. In a state of flow, maintaining focused attention on absorbing activities requires no exertion of self-control, thereby freeing resources to be directed to the task at hand. Many activities can induce a sense of flow, from painting to racing motorcycles and even writing a book. The enemy of flow, of course, is interruption. Who among us is not the owner and the victim of the little devices that we carry with us everywhere? Who does not have their phone in their pocket right now? Who does? Pretty well everybody. But these are wonderful inventions. They connect us, but they kill flow and can, if we let them, nibble away at our ability to do our best work. The poet Jane Hirschfield has written about the wholeheartedness of concentration, a place where world and self begin to cohere. With that state comes an enlarging of what may be known, what may be felt, and what may be done. We need to be discerning in the interruptions we allow or risk the loss of mental, emotional, and transcendental space, that state of flow in which our best thoughts and our work arise. Looking back to what you have achieved, today's degree or certificate is evidence that you are indeed capable of sustained thought and sustained work. Looking forward, I hope that you will spend your time both profligately and wisely, and will spend many hours in that productive, satisfying state that engenders the very best of what you are capable of. Please stay in touch with those of us who remain here on this side of the threshold. We are proud of you, and we are grateful for you, and we are changed and improved by this time that we have spent together. Thank you. I now call upon the president of our university, Professor Andrew Petter.
Thank you. Madam Chancellor, honored guests, members of the Board of Governors and Senate, faculty members, staff, and most especially, graduates, family, and friends. It's my privilege to preside at this culminating celebration of your education at Simon Fraser University. As this ceremony unfolds, our message to you is clear. As each of you receives your degree, I and my colleagues on stage, together with the entire SFU community, want you to know how proud we are of you. We have seen your work. We've admired your performance. Your degrees are not merely documents of accreditation. They are living testament to the faith we have in your ability to flourish in a changing world. And that's a good ability to have, because the world is most assuredly changing. A recent Oxford University study estimated that 47% of current jobs will be automated out of existence over the next 20 years. When I attended university, lo, those many years ago, I was encouraged to believe that if I developed a good career plan, that plan could serve me for a lifetime. In today's dynamic world, the notion of planning a lifelong career is as redundant as many of the careers for which I might have once planned. The need to plan one's future has been overtaken by the need to equip oneself for multiple futures, many of which are yet unknown. This point was driven home earlier this year at our annual SFU Public Square Community Summit, which explored the future of work. One of the main presenters was American political activist and commentator Van Jones. Like Chancellor Giardini, Jones has been thinking about different concepts of time, looking particularly at how changing perceptions of time have affected our approaches to work. In the agrarian era, he noted, time was perceived as circular. Life revolved around daily and seasonal cycles. The sun came up, the sun went down. Spring gave way to summer, which faded to fall and turned to winter, only to begin the cycle again. Tomorrow was the same as yesterday. In this era of circular time, Jones noted, the most important value for survival was preservation. Preservation of culture, of knowledge, of ritual, and most practically, preservation of seeds. Then came the industrial age, an era of transformation and change. In this era, time became linear, the past behind you, the present with you, the future in front but still distant. Jones compared the industrial era to being on a train with the track ahead leading one to a new direction. In this era, the unfolding environment, the key value for survival was planning. One could look ahead and prepare for a lifetime of well-ordered tomorrows. But the industrial era has now been supplanted by a digital era, in which Jones said, we are no longer traveling into the future, rather the future is coming towards us at an ever faster pace, no longer content to wait as our plans unfold. In his words, the future is on-rushing, bringing with it changes that overwhelm our ability to plan. So today, the key value for survival is not preservation or planning, but rather adaptability, or as Jones calls it, the capacity to pivot. It was a compelling analysis, though I would argue that even in the past, adaptability has been an important attribute. There's a quote chiseled into the floor of the California Academy of Sciences in San Francisco that was originally attributed to Charles Darwin. It says this, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change." It is a tribute to the California Academy's own adaptability that they since rubbed out the mistaken attribution and given proper credit to Leon Megginson, a professor of management studies, who wrote those words in 1963 as part of a contemplation on Darwin's work. So how do you learn to be adaptable? Well, I'd argue that you choose to study at an institution like Simon Fraser University. As Canada's engaged university, we have enabled you not only to gain knowledge of the disciplines you have studied, but also to think critically, to solve problems, and to make your own decisions. And we've offered you diverse learning experiences, including opportunities to study at 3 distinct campuses, to learn in the classroom and in the community, and to gain intercultural understanding and international perspectives, both at home and abroad. In sum, your education has been about equipping you with the knowledge, aptitudes, and skills required to be adaptable citizens and to thrive in a rapidly changing world. As you embark now from this stage of your education, as you embrace a future in which you are likely to have multiple careers, you will need to continue learning and updating your skills. But thanks to your education here, you will do so based on a strong foundation. You also face the future as members of an adaptable community of over 150,000 SFU alumni spread across 140 countries around the world. And when you need to update your knowledge and skills, when you confront issues outside the scope of your expertise, we at SFU will always be here for you. So please stay in touch. In the years to come, the relationships that you have formed in your time here with friends and colleagues, with faculty and mentors, will serve you better than any single lesson. For now, this is your time. Enjoy it, but use it wisely. Share it generously with those you love, and just as generously with those who don't have your advantages. We will thrive in this changing world only if we can all adapt and flourish together. Most importantly, seize your time with confidence and optimism. You have earned the accolades and credits you receive today. Make the most of them, and you will lead us all into a better world. Madam Chancellor, a member of the SFU faculty will be addressing the graduates as part of today's ceremony. Nabil Mirbo is a teaching professor in the SFU chemistry department. He received his PhD in organic chemistry from the University of Connecticut and completed a postdoctoral fellowship at the Sanford Burnham Bremes Medical Discovery Institute at La Jolla, California. His current research focuses on undergraduate research immersion and the exposure of SFU undergraduate students to organic chemistry research. He's the recipient of the 2017 SFU Excellence in Teaching Award for his commitment to student success. It is with great pleasure that I now call on Dr. Mirbo for his convocation address. Dr. Mirbo.
Thank you, Madam Chancellor, President Petter, graduate, honored guests. Madame le Chancelier, Monsieur le Président, mes chers graduants et honorables invités, merci. What an honor to be involved with such an event on such an important day. This is a great honor bestowed on me, and I'm truly humbled to share this moment with so many outstanding graduates, their families, and loved ones. As a young Moroccan teenager, I often daydreamed of attending a North American university for my doctorate, with becoming a professional rugby player in New Zealand as my fallback plan. But never in my wildest dreams have I imagined myself standing up here on such a day delivering such a speech. Glad I stuck with chemistry. Believe me, a much healthier option. What a journey. And for that, I have you, your families, friends, and loved ones to thank. Yes, you. Sitting behind me are my peers and my mentors. But sitting in front of me are my true motivation and my greatest motivation. As I look across the aisles, I recognize so many of my former students, so many people that have made me better, so many people that have contributed to this day and honor. To the families, friends, and loved ones in the audience, thank you for putting these students in our lives and for the support you have given them to reach their goals. You have done a fantastic work raising these bright young men, and we are forever grateful for that. To the graduates, during your time at SFU, you have showcased strength, dedication, commitment, work ethics, resiliency, and success. And that is and will always be the image I have of you. You are my greatest inspiration. Your achievements celebrated today made your instructors better. We had to live up to your expectations and standards, and we had and still have to constantly improve to prepare you to face our ever-changing world, making us both stronger and ready for whatever is next. If I may share with you a single idea that have guided my life for the last 40 years. اطلب العلم من المهد إلى اللهد. Seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. You have spent the last few years doing just so, through your questions, inquiries, and constant explorations in your fields of study. Keep at it. Please keep at it. Seek more knowledge and education. Chart out a course to a better future for all of us. I have been an SFU professor now for over a decade, but I'm still a bad rugby player. And with each trip to the emergency room, I now have a former student of mine as either my radiologist, my physiotherapist, my doctor, pharmacist, not surgeon yet. But I will not believe, you will not believe the pride I have when I see how capable, knowledgeable, professional they are, a pride truly hard to express. As I look at you, I can't wait to see some of you as my kids' teachers, professors, doctors, and surgeons. I know we will be in good hands. For those sitting amongst us today that are still imitating my accent, flooded my labs repeatedly, commented on my inexistent soft side, or simply borrowed my books, my pencils, my rulers, borrowed, never returned them back. You know who you are. I am so proud of you, truly, truly proud of you. Thank you. On a day like this one, please celebrate your achievements with your friends and loved ones. Enjoy every moment of this day and every successful day after this one. You are on the right path. As you are starting your new lives and careers, just remember this day and what you have achieved and what you can achieve when you set your mind to it. Remember your success and what it took to get there. Remember the hard work and the satisfaction that comes with it. And most importantly, remember that no matter what, and no matter what you do, SFU is your home and your foundation. You will always have a place here, and you will always have our support no matter what your choices are. Finally, what will be a commencement speech without few words of wisdom from your old chemistry instructor? I won't do that to you. No worries. But I will share the last 4 verses of one of my favorite poems from William Ernest Henley. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. On a day like this one, rest assured that you have already proven to yourselves that you are the masters of your fate and the captains of your soul. And for that, please accept my sincere congratulations on your achievements. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Merbo. I think we now all know why you won your Excellence in Teaching Award. Ladies and gentlemen, as part of the ceremony, the Alumni Association will present a Simon Fraser University Alumni Pin to the graduates as they leave the stage. Our alumni are incredibly important to us, and we're pleased that this symbolic presentation will launch you on your new role as alumni of SFU. Ms. Chica Buston received a Bachelor of Arts with joint majors in Anthropology and French in 2013. She is currently the event assistant with the Alumni Relations Office. I invite Chica to the lectern to bring greetings to the graduates. Chica?
Okay. All right, thank you, President Petter. On behalf of your elected SFU Alumni Association Board, I extend my congratulations to you all. You are now lifetime members of our SFU alumni community, a worldwide network that is now more than 155,000 strong in over 140 countries. Your relationship with SFU transforms now as your journey continues. We are here to help you expand your personal and professional network through local, national, and international events, and to support your success through offering access to career resources, library services, and many value-added benefits. Our goal is to have you serve as engaged alumni, helping advance and enhance the student experience for our future graduates, and serving as ambassadors for SFU in your community. As you cross the stage today, I'll present you with an Alumni Pin. Wear it as a symbol of your incredible achievement and connection to SFU. Be proud of your accomplishments, be proud of your SFU credentials, and thank you all for investing your time, energy, and talents in this great university. Congratulations again, and welcome to the Alumni Association.
Thank you, Chika. Before the graduands are presented individually to the Chancellor, Mr. Aneesh Verma, a member of the graduating class, will address Convocation. Aneesh is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Physics with a minor in Nuclear Science. As a student, he was involved with the Physics Student Association, the Chemistry Student Society, the Science Undergraduate Society, and the Science Undergraduate Research Journal. He obtained several undergraduate research grants, presented in research conferences, and published his work in peer-reviewed journals. After graduation, he plans to travel for 1 year and then pursue a graduate degree to become a research scientist in nuclear physics. It's now my pleasure to call upon Mr. Aneesh Verma for the graduand address. Aneesh.
Thank you. All right. Hello, hello. Let's start things off with a formal and very well-deserved thanks. Thank you to our President, Madam Chancellor, our distinguished faculty, our dearest friends and family, those that can be here and those that could not, and of course to our graduating class. We're finally here after years and years of hard work with more than a few sleepless nights, and it finally feels so amazing. Now, today is about all of you, so please revel in all the glory and compliments that you will receive. Celebrate and mark today off as the closing chapter to the epic that is your university career. Now, when I was going through other commencement speeches, I noticed a pattern. Just about every single one of them started off with a cordial thanks, check, followed off by a semi-cliche line about this being the end of a long journey, check. Next came the personal anecdote, ended off with one genuine piece of life advice. Well, I've decided to break the mold and not succumb to this cookie-cutter folly. I will end off with 2 genuine pieces of life advice. So, very unique, I know. Now, it's time for the personal anecdote. I remember my first real day at SFU, my Welcome Day orientation back in 2013, and it was an amazing event full of lots of free food, tours, and lots of new friendly faces. Now, while all these things helped to fill me with optimism for my upcoming studies at SFU, it was one thing in particular that really stuck with me, and it was our Welcome Day speaker who brought, of all things, his teddy bear. Now, he told us how he brought it with him to school and how everyone met him as the teddy bear guy, and admittedly, it's a pretty good way to break the ice, right? Who wouldn't want to be friends with the teddy bear guy? Now, it was something that was really important to him. He went on to say how the teddy bear stuck with him throughout his journey, and for us to find our own metaphorical teddy bear. Now, I thought that was quite stupid, honestly, when I first heard the story. I was like, I would never need anything like this, right? And so I went off into my first day of classes with nothing but my books and my comb in hand. Gotta look good after all. Now, I came out of my shell quite a bit, from being an extremely shy person to being an extremely outgoing one. And I look into the crowd and I see a lot of smiling faces on my friends because they would never associate shyness with myself. But it's true. And I think I became that person because I wanted to show myself that I didn't need any sort of metaphorical teddy bear in order to make friends and have a good time and succeed. And from this one driving motivation, I was able to make so many memorable bonds to change my life. With each new face, I came across a new person, a new story, and a new life lesson. Every new friend's perspective becoming one with my own, broadening my horizon. Very cliche, but it's true. With every laugh and smile, as well as every new tear and cry shared, I became able to empathize so deeply with those around me. And it's amazing because every time I walk through these halls here at SFU, I'm able to see a familiar face and instantly remember all the memories I've shared with that person over my time here at SFU. So I'll continue combing my hair to make a good impression on every new person I meet, even after the very last time I walk these halls. At SFU, I've been extremely happy with what I've studied. As you just heard, I was able to partake in a lot of opportunities that SFU has provided to me, whether that be through extracurricular activities, through the research journal, or through my own research and TAing, all because of the opportunities that was presented to me at SFU. And I would not be the person I am today without them, just as I'm sure all of you have found that to be the case. SFU's motto is Nous sommes prêts. We are ready. And it's true, because SFU aims not just to teach us, but also to inspire us, to give us the drive and motivation to learn and go out there and inspire. So even when I was going through all of my daunting adventures here at SFU, getting ready to present in front of established scientists and so on and so forth, I always took a breath, reminded myself of the motto, Nous sommes prêts, combed my hair, stood up, walked forward, and succeeded, because I wanted to show the world that I was ready, just as I'm sure all of you have as well. And as such, with all the good things that happened in my tenure here at SFU, I had quite a bad memory very recently, and only a short while ago here at SFU, I lost my comb. So I spent hours searching the halls, the classrooms, the rooftops, the basements. Don't go in the basements, it's awful. And everywhere in between. And I couldn't understand why I felt so distraught. It was just a cheap piece of plastic to search. I enlisted the help of one of my closest friends that I met on my first day at SFU. And as well, I also asked for my friends that I met through clubs and all sorts of different events, my professors. And that's when I realized it. My comb was my metaphorical teddy bear. It was symbolic of all the things I'd have accomplished at SFU and all of my friends and the camaraderie I've shared. I never needed it, but it served as a reminder of every single cherished memory. The orientation day speaker, whose name and face I can't even remember, left me with such a powerful message that stuck with me through all these years. So now for my 2 pieces of life advice. First, embrace everything around you that has made you who you are. Don't be ashamed by any of it. Whether the memories and feelings are good or bad, they made you into the person that you are today. And even little insignificant speeches can stick with you and profoundly impact your life. Moreover, you never know what you do and how it can affect another person. So make sure whatever you do it well and show the world that nous sommes prêts. We are ready. Whew. And the second piece of life advice is to find your metaphorical teddy bear, or in my case, metaphorical comb, share a story, and use it to inspire. Thank you to my family, thank you to my friends, thank you to my professors, my supervisors, everyone in my life, and of course, congratulations to each and every single one of us graduating class of 2018.
Thanks, Aneesh. Thank you, Aneesh. The members of the graduating class will now be presented to the Chancellor to be admitted en masse to their degrees. Will the graduands please rise? Pretty good-looking group, don't you think? Madam Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of this university, and I request that you confer upon each one the degree for which they are now recommended.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this university, I do hereby admit you to your various and sundry degrees. Will the graduands please be seated?
The members of the graduating class will now be presented individually to the Chancellor, but first a few requests. Would you please refrain from applauding the individual members of the graduating class until each group of degrees has been conferred? This does not apply to the conferral of doctoral degrees, and obviously we can't forbid spontaneous outbursts of enthusiasm, nor would we want to. As a courtesy to others, I'd ask that you please remain seated until the conclusion of the ceremony, and I'd ask the graduates to please return to your seats following the receipt of your degrees. In the case of doctoral graduates, however, please join your colleagues on the platform. The degrees in the Faculty of Science will now be conferred. Madam Chancellor, Associate Dean of the Faculty of Applied Sciences, Dr. Edward Park, will announce the names of the students earning graduate degrees.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the graduates of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Science. The graduates will be hooded by their accompanying faculty supervisor, representative, or Dr. Claire Cuppers, Dean of the Faculty of Science. Colin Peters. Dr. Peters will be hooded by their supervisor, Dr. Peter Rubin. Okay. The first doctoral degree recipient, Dr. Colin Peters, is also the recipient of the Dean of Graduate Studies Convocation Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. Peters came to SFU as an undergraduate student and continued on to a PhD. He researched how blood acidity can compromise heart function in people carrying rare genetic mutations. His findings highlight the importance of genetic testing and personalized medicine for patients with inherited arrhythmias. He is the recipient of many prestigious awards, including the SFU Alumni Association Entrance Scholarship and NSERC Canada Graduate Scholarship. Dr. Peters is currently working with clinical groups in the UK, Ireland, and California to determine how fever can elicit seizures in infants with severe epilepsy. Congratulations. Eric Carle. The second doctoral degree recipient, Dr. Eric Carle, is also the recipient of the Dean of Graduate Studies Convocation Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. Carle's doctoral research discovered novel cell biology processes during embryonic development, which led to further insights into disease progression. Dr. Carle received a number of prestigious awards during his PhD, including an NSERC Canada Graduate Scholarship. His passion in scientific research led him to pursue a postdoctoral fellowship at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, where his current research focuses on understanding how cancer cells communicate with healthy tissue in pediatric cancers. Congratulations. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the remaining graduates of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Mina Abdel Said. Dr. Abdel Said will be hooded by their supervisor, Dr. Peter Rubin. Shima Alaga. Monica Aurora. Kyle Altel. Dr. Altel will be hooded by their supervisor, John Reynolds. Nisrin Shumarik.
Well done, Kyle. Congratulations. Hey, thanks for being part of the ceremony.
Cassandra Carroll. Dr. Carroll will be hooded by their senior supervisor, Dr. Margot Moore.
Congratulations, Cassandra. Well done.
Aaron Chester.
Thanks for being part of the ceremony.
Dr. Chester will be hooded by their senior supervisor, Dr. Strarosta. Ryan Clark. Dr. Clark will be hooded by their senior supervisor, Dr. Storr. David Cross.
All right, congratulations. Thanks for being part of the ceremony.
Paul Farre Perez.
Well done, David. Congratulations.
Corinne Griffin.
Congratulations, Paul. That's fabulous. Well done.
Ahmad Hosseini. Dr. Hosseini will be hooded by their supervisors, Dr. John Stockey and Dr. Nilima Nigam. Saeed Aliaskar Hosseini.
Well done. Congratulations.
Dr. Hosseini will be hooded by their supervisor, Dr. Bojan Mohar.
Well done, Saya. Congratulations.
Austin Lee.
For joining us.
Dr. Lee will be hooded by senior supervisor, Dr. Byron Gates. Luis Malpica Cruz.
Gorgeous gown. What university is this? Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Dr. Cruz will be hooded by their senior supervisor, Dr. Isabel Cote. Craig Miller.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
Dr. Miller will be hooded by their supervisor, Dr. Williams Jones.
Way to go, Craig.
Mina Mojafari.
Thanks for joining us.
Dr. Mojafari will be hooded by senior supervisor, Dr. Paul Percival. Saide Shamsi Kazem Abadi.
You missed quite the Senate meeting last night.
Dr. Abadi will be hooded by supervisor, Dr. Andrew Bonnet. Jacob Spooner.
Well done. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us as part of the ceremony. Well done, Jacob. Congratulations.
Heather Weeby. Brian Loon Wei Su.
Excited and deservedly so. Well done, Heather. That's fabulous. I hope you have a great party tonight.
Reza Tavakoli Dinani. Dr. Dinani will be hooded by their supervisor, Dr. Hayden. Rajeshi Bayabur.
Well done, Reza. Congratulations. Thanks for being part of the ceremony. Well done, Rajesh. Congratulations.
Thomas Weisbach. Timothy James Yuson.
Congratulations, Doctor.
Dr. Yuson will be hooded by their supervisor, Dr. Stephen.
Tim, congratulations. Thanks for being part of the ceremony.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the graduates of master's degrees in the Faculty of Science. Sean Angel King. Fabiola Uca.
Well done, Sean. Congrats.
Jesse McDonald.
Good work. Congratulations.
Gina Abuegaba.
Party breaking out there, Jesse. Congratulations.
Bashi Bashi.
Congratulations.
Alana Biega.
Well done. Congratulations.
Esmena Bystorm.
Way to go. They love you up there. Congratulations. Well done.
Jinchul Choi.
Way to go. Congratulations.
Taeun Chang.
Good work. Congratulations.
Laura Dezzoni.
Well done. Congratulations.
Juan Garcia.
Way to go.
Alekia Joshua Venkata. Muhammad Lararji. Leon Yuzheng Lee.
Way to go. Congratulations.
Jenan Lee. Joanne Mercer. Samantha Morgan.
Congratulations.
Gabriela Poloski. Lauren Penko. Michael Rogers. Rimi Sharma. Matthew Simmons. Michelle Toshak. Liana Weiss. Benny Wei. Ran Wang. Riley Richard. Stephen Yu. Charlie Zhao.
Madam Chancellor, the Dean of the Faculty of Science, Dr. Claire Couples, will announce the names of the students earning undergraduate degrees in her faculty.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the graduands of the degree of Bachelor of Science in the Faculty of Science. The first graduand is the recipient of the Dean's Convocation Medal for Academic Excellence. I ask Ms. Chelsea Kewick to come forward, which she's done. Ms. Chelsea Kewick is graduating today with a BSc in Behavioral Neuroscience. She transferred to Simon Fraser University from the University of Manitoba specifically for this interdisciplinary program. During her 4 years at SFU, in addition to her studies, Ms. Kewick has contributed to student life as the departmental representative in the Behavioral Neuroscience Student Society and has volunteered in our anatomy labs. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the remaining graduands of the degree of Bachelor of Science. Isabella Abenante. Hansi Adikari. Carissa Afan. Olivia Aguiar. Khaled Al-Sous. Ala Al-Shar. Muhammad Munib Alam. Natalie Altrash. Tabitha Alexander. Andrew Allen. Bryce Anderson. Ralucha Armino. Neha Arora. Shabnan Askari. Dan Asmaro. Mohammad Atashinak. Parminda Atashay. Sarah Atkinson. Heather Bartley. Rebecca Bassett. William Bauman. Fiona Beals. Kurt Bell. Katrina Bessler. Yi Tong Bean. Taylor Blue. Yulia Bodnariuk. Nagin Bokanian. Ryan Bottisell. Kate Boyce. Sonvir Brar. Nicole Bryce Elian. Jonathan Bulger. Catherine Banagan. Alexander Campiol. Sarah Cairncross. Leah Catton. Amrit Jot Chanal. Jamie Chalissery. Edward Chan. Hetty Chan. Gigi Chan. Lester Chan. Stella Chan. Aaron Li Sheng Chang. Brittany Chan. Natalie Chiang. Omar Chang. Christina Charania. Jennifer Chow. Jeff Chen. Jimmy Chen. Siling Chen. Yan Long Chen. Catherine Cheneval. Kai Chern. Aditya Chhabra. Emily Chin. Desmond Chu. Arena Cho. Philip Cho. Jai Wung Choi. Phoebe Choi. Amber Chong. Howard Chong. Yumia Chuyin. Jana Chow. Michael Chow. Alisa Choi. Nelson Choi. Danny Chu. Juliana Chu. Yongji Chu. Shiwei Chuang. Kingston Chung. James Church. Mary Clinton. Lawrence Kojacharu. Alexa Como. Brandon Canal. Taylor Collinley. Christiana Corrado. Krivici. Nicholas Krivici. Megan Crombie. Chesta Daharu. Griffin Dare. Chanel Diameda. Ryan Coker Gomo. Close enough. Amrin Dadwar. Jasmine Dhaliwal. Jasmine Dhaliwal. Prabjot Dhaliwal. Ravinder Dhaliwal. Tajinder Dhaliwal, times 2. Okay, Tajinder Dhaliwal. You're not Tajinder Dhaliwal, no, okay. Hakaran Dashi. Randeep Dillon. Amrit Preet Dinsa. Lesia Di Cinto. Alicia Di Chico. Nicole Doan. Hannah Dominic. Fan Yu Dong. Michael Dong. Beatrice Eftenaru. Jesse Elliott. Keenan Elliott. Alexander Ensworth. Adam Esser. Ava Fang. Madeline Forrester. Yunlong Fu. Natalie Fujisawa. Kelsey Fulton. Ryan Furby. Sarah Fernie. Emerson Gallardi. Catherine Gibson. Gurkiran Gill. Jaideep Gill. Navdeep Gill. Ravneet Gill. Jasmine Glesser. Dino Go. Sujani Gomez. Daniel Goodman. Robin Goodman. Scott Greenwood. Charandeep Gruel. Manbawana Gruel. Serena Gruel. Haley Gray. Aris Devlin Groot. Alexandra Morris Guerra. Agnes Gui. Glenn Hall. Jeffrey Hanna. Manreet Hans. Yi Fan Hao. Lisa Haroldson. Kristen Hain. Gurpreet Heer. Sylvina Helu. Michael Hemsworth. Leroy Ho. Dennis Hua Guao. Albi Hong. Yuki Hong. Haoju Shaw. Derek Shui. Sandra Hu. Xishuan Hu. Joanna Huang. CG Huang. Jazreen Hundal. Anupinda Hura. Russell Hudson. Alexandra Illich. Selena Intile. Jennifer Ip. Danielle Isaac. Caitlin Jacoby. Rajvina Jagpal. Gabrielle Jensen. Tanisha Janj. Haiyang Jiang. Raj Johal. Carly Johnson. Cassidy Jones. Helen Jong. Koban Yurikovsky. Alison Jasila. Harpreet Kambo. Shiv Kandola. Stephen Kane. Aditya Kapoor. Keith Kachunan. Disha Katyal. Robert Kessick. Anna Katz. Kevin Kyung. Faisal Khan, Matthew Kim, Nicole Kunutza, Elton Coe, Jason Kolba, Devin Kohlmeyer, Alexander Kong, Leslie Chun Hin Kong, Evelyn Karampai, Jonathan Kum, Hannah Kuo, Kaylin Kwok, Tom Lai, Xiao Fei Lai, Sunny Lyle, Abhishek Glakara, Gurdeep Lally, Jeffrey Lamb, Brianna Lansdell, Janika Larga, Felix Lassell Plas, Boris Lau, David Lau, Darian Lechner, Joseph Lee, Ken Lee, Kirsten Lee, Sarah Lee, Joey Lee, Nicole Lepore, Jessica Leung, Brian Lee, Haran Lee, Leo Lee, Serena Lee, Snow Lee, Teresa Lee, Tongmeng Lee, Lily Liang, Alita Lin, Ken Liu, Xishan Liu, Karen Liu, Tianyu Liu, Jin Liu, Raymond Lowe, Kan Lu, Xiao Yi Lu, Samantha Long, David Liu, Betty Lee, Aaron's Lyons, Colby McGinnis, Simone McCrander, Malcolm McCritchie, Manveer Mahal, Vin Mai, Konrad Maludzinska, Ramnik Mand, Ron Mapu, Soban Mardan Desfuli, Christiane Markarian, Jacob Matson, Caitlin McBride, Alana McKinnon, Alzbeta Medvedova, Maddie Millward, Nikos Milonas, Hatrim Mizban, Arshia Mohajirin, Gleb Moiseyenko, Tessa Moran.
Well, your fans are ready for you. All right, cheers. Bye.
Jeremy Morris.
Congratulations.
Darren Mulder. Ashley Munoz. Jesse May Shurik.
Got a few fans out there, actually.
Yoon Young Na. Abir Nabood.
Good work. Congratulations.
Rohan Nair. Bianca Ng. Corey Ng. Kylie Ng. Victor Yin Feng Ng. Edward Siu Leong Nagai. Howei Ngam. Diana Nguyen. Kim Nguyen. Matthew Nguyen. Carol Ann Nickel. Conan Avinsky. Sukchano. Eric Olson. Marissa O'Neill. Marlena Ornowska. Nellie Martin Pagkalwagan. Luis Palermo Lopez. Jeremy Pang. JJ Panratz. Andrew Pauls. Christopher Peterson. Sophia Pineda. Brittany Kwan. Aaron Rai. Harneet Rai. Jasmine Rakra. Niharika Ramlakhan. Labdeep Randhawa. Haley Riki. Sophia Rhaegar. Matthew Ryers. Catherine Alexi Reese. Dylan Roberts. Stephen Roller. Avneet Sagu. Gersharan Sal. Amrit Samra. Ashley Sandhu. Balpreet Sandhu. Jag Sandhu. Manraj Sandhu. Ramandeep Sandhu. Saru Sandhu. Kyla Sandquist. Daniel Santos. Nicholas Sarayev. David Sawatsky. Tiffany Sason. Cynthia Schaff. Yong Yin Seo. Mohammed Shakari. Courtney Shamrow. Tara Sharay. Anjali Sharma. Gurvansh Sharma. Reese Scherer. William Shen. Oops. Daniel Shen. Carlisle Shi. Gurminderdeep Sidhu Barar. Megan Simayo. Catherine Sims. Anisokuman Singrar. Pabjot Singh.
You got a party waiting for you, huh? Have a good one.
Sukhbir Singh. Callum Skipper. Christina Slavin. Kyle Smith, Mandy Sue, Cole Spence, Harjot Sran, Melissa Stamatovich, Stephanie Sanderwick, Konstantin Stepanov, Lianju Sun, Mandy Sun, Kelly Sutanto, Hannah Sutton, Alexander Svetlik, Camille Sachita, Gagan Tagar, Belpreet Tahim, Mingwai Vicky Tam, Gary Tan, Howell Tan, Jiaxin Tan, Felicia Tang, Janhong Tan, Michael Chow, Barinder Tind, Wilson Sendana, Brendan Torok, Christina Tran, Justin Thong, Colleen Umali, Alexander Uvarov, Hannah van der Roost, Aneesh Verma, Fernando Villasenor, Jessica Wong, Olivia Walker, Marco Wan, Stephanie Wan, Mei-Lu Wang, Alex Wang, Shay Wang, Wiz Wong, Alicia Ward, Alicia Ward, Joel Webster, Jeremy Werbowski Webster, William Wilcox, Adam Wong, Candice Wong, Hugo Wong, Isaiah Wong, Jason Wong, Jeremy Wong, Jordan Wong, Ryan Wong, Martin Wong, Julie Wu, Fang Zhu, Linda Shu, Helen Yan, Jeffrey Yan, Ximing Yang, Joey Yip, Hyona Yoon, Jeffrey Yu, J.C. Zerb, Shenju Zhang, Eric Zhang, Cecilia Zhang, Lan Zhang, Bess Zhu, Karen Zhu, Rong Chin Zhu, Dong Hai Zhu, Zimo Zhu. Madam Chancellor, I would like to acknowledge Mr. Justin Joel, whose Bachelor of Science is being conferred today posthumously. His family is in attendance today.
Madam Chancellor, the Governor General's Gold Medal is awarded to the two top graduate students who are judged to have the most outstanding records in the graduating class. One of the recipients of the 2018 Governor General's Gold Medal for Graduate Studies is from the Faculty of Science. Bamdad Hosseini, I invite him to join me. Bamdad? Dr. Hosseini came to SFU from Iran in 2011. For his doctoral research, he worked on fundamental problems on the intersection of probability, applied mathematics, and statistics. This research has applications in atmospheric science and medical imaging. Dr. Hosseini is currently a postdoctoral fellow at Caltech, where he studies core mathematical problems in machine learning and data science. I invite Chancellor Giardini to join me to present the Governor General's Gold Medal. Madam Chancellor, the Governor General's silver medals are awarded to two undergraduate students who are judged to have the most outstanding records in the graduating class. One of the 2018 recipients of the Governor General's silver medal is Mr. Jeff Chen, and I ask him to join me. Jeff is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Physiology with a 4.32 GPA. This is what makes me glad I don't have to go to university ever again. Upon admission to SFU, he was awarded the 2012 Schulich Leader Scholarship. During his degree, he dedicated his free time to work with grade 1 to 3 students at University Highlands Elementary School. He was involved in Dr. Glenn Tippett's molecular cardiac physiology research and received the NSERC Undergraduate Research Award in 2014 and 2015. Jeff was a student speaker at SFU's Entrance Scholarship Reception and Info Evening. He is currently studying at the UBC Faculty of Medicine. On behalf of SFU, we congratulate Mr. Chen on his truly outstanding achievements, and I invite Chancellor Giardini to join me in presenting the Governor General's Silver Medal. Good luck with that. Congratulations. The Gordon M. Shrum Gold Medal is awarded each year to an outstanding student in any faculty who has completed the requirements for a bachelor's degree during the preceding summer, fall, or spring semester. The award is presented to the student who has maintained a high scholastic standing during not fewer than 6 semesters at SFU and who, by example, has shown outstanding qualities of character and unselfish devotion to Simon Fraser University. The medal is named after our founding chancellor, Dr. Gordon M. Shrum, under whose leadership the university was built and who remained vigorously interested in its welfare. The recipient of the award this year is Ms. Katrina Besler, and I ask her to join me on stage. Katrina is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Molecular Biology and Biochemistry with a 4.30 GPA. An involved student, she engaged in research, participated in molecular biology and biochemistry department initiatives, and worked as a teaching assistant. She was president of SFU's International Justice Mission and held leadership roles with University Christian Ministries, Light Up the Hill, and the SFU Pre-Med Society. She was the recipient of several awards and scholarships, including the BC Secondary Simon Fraser Entrance Scholarship and the NSERC Undergraduate Student Research Award. In the fall, Katrina will attend UBC's MD PhD program to pursue her lifelong goal of a career in medicine. I invite Chancellor Giardini to join me in presenting the Golden M. Shrum Gold Medal. Will the graduating class please rise? I congratulate each of you on the completion of your degree. This is an impressive achievement, and I ask your friends, family, and members of the platform party to join me in applauding the amazing graduating class of June 2018. Now, let's not forget all those people who helped you in your journey to get here. I invite the members of the graduating class to reciprocate by applauding your family, friends, faculty, and staff, indeed all those who helped you to achieve your goal. Please be seated.
Friends, this completes the formal awarding of degrees. Some graduands recommended by Senate for degrees today have been unable to be present, and their names have therefore not been read out, but I now admit them to their appropriate degrees as shown in the program. And I have several thank yous to express. First, to all of you for joining us on this celebratory afternoon. Second, to the many volunteers, staff, and faculty members coordinated by Ceremonies and Events and Student Services who've worked together to run a smooth convocation day, and they're the ones that make sure it doesn't rain. And to the members of our 6-time world champion Simon Fraser University Pipe Band for their contribution to convocation. They will be performing again after the ceremony in Freedom Square behind the platform. Can you join me in thanking them all? This brings to a close the formal part of this afternoon's convocation. You are all invited to attend a reception in Junction 65 to my right behind the platform. I ask that you please rise and remain standing at your places until the platform party has recessed. Thank you.